Hey everybody, welcome into Northern Life here with Ryan and Hunter. I'm Briggs. Thank you so much for starting your week with us on this Monday, feeling refreshed after the weekend and ready to go.
We're happy to have you back too, back on the desk with us. It was things were getting out of hand on Friday between me and Hunter.
I can only imagine not being here to monitor you two. Who knows what goes on?
We need a mediator at all times. So that's going to be an issue.
We do.
Well, coming up today on this Monday, we'll be heading over to the Fitkers building in Duluth, not only getting to meet the owner of a Place for Fido pet store, but also the creator behind some of the awesome shirts you can find there. And as you can tell, my dog Harry tagged along with us too, and he had a blast.
So it looks like he loved it, yeah.
He did.
He had an all right time. And after that, we're feeling creative on this Monday as we share the top inventions to come out of our respective states. And so we'll also explain why we decided to do so today. But first, we talked about this last week, and it needs to be talked about more. I think it should probably be talked about every day here in Minnesota. Apparently, people are asking why Minnesotans get so excited when it comes to our annual snowplow naming contest that's still going on. But I think the best answer lies in how other states have responded. So the response in Minnesota has prompted states to hold similar contests from Alaska to California and Ohio to Massachusetts. And a New Mexico transportation worker believes there is a natural infatuation when it comes to snowplows. And another in Lincoln, Nebraska hopes their similar event will help develop a closer relationship with the people they serve, showing them that they are humans too.
Yeah.
Wow, a lot of snowplows in New Mexico? Is that
Yes. Well, there might be like the, I don't know about New Mexico's, is it topography?
Yeah, topography.
The topography? Wow, smart. Not at math, as we know. But the higher elevations, they might need snowplows.
That makes sense. Yes. The Rockies, the base of the Rockies. But are we the first to do that, naming the plows? Is that a thing?
From what I read from WCCO on their website, I believe we took the idea from Scotland. So I don't know if we're the first state to do it, but I think that they've seen Minnesota do it. Now other states and cities have followed suit.
Yeah, well, it is a good way to garner some public engagement with these transportation departments that are often probably only hearing from the public when they're getting flack, you know? Because a lot of people like to complain about clearing snow. I'm sure we've all done it once or twice. So this is a good positive relationship building for sure.
And now when they complain, they're like, where the heck is Plowy McPlowface? I need him to clear my road.
Seriously, when they say that.
Where is that guy? And I know too, the MnDOT, I believe, recently said that the feds were talking about how they wanted to get rid of the funny messages on the signs.
Yes.
MnDOT says those aren't going anywhere. So
They aren't?
They aren't.
Wow, until 2024 though, right? Or 2028.
It is
what year
2024.
Is it? What year are we in
until now.
Yeah.
But there's a future year, isn't it? Like 2027 that they have to go away?
That.
I didn't see reports on that, so I can't confirm that news, Hunter.
We'll research.
If you get that research, bring it on.
I like those messages too. They make me smile.
Yeah.
It's certainly been a wild winter so far this year, and this week we're going to be flirting with near record high temperatures throughout Minnesota. Maybe Hunter should have been the one to read this one. Just kidding. The National Weather Service says temperatures will remain well above normal. You agree?
I do agree. 100%. 15 to 25 degrees above normal, to be exact. So yeah.
Man,
boom.
I saw like a high of 39 later this week, or maybe even more than that. Sheesh,
Could be seeing some 40s next week.
With those temps, organizers of the U.S. Pond Hockey Championship had to cancel their final weekend due to the deteriorating ice conditions. And it's been so warm that a golf course in Coon Rapids, Minnesota opened their driving range. That's insane.
No way.
Yeah, I guess. And another in Lester Prairie is taking tee times for this Wednesday.
So if you don't see me here on Wednesday, there might be a reason. If you see a couple more miles in the Subaru, it's because I traveled to southern Minnesota to take in some golf in January.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it would be fun to play in like the kind of wet, grassy. Would it be okay?
Yeah, I mean, Hunter and I played in Superior one time years ago when they first opened in April, and it was wet out there. So I'm sure it's probably going to be not so enjoyable. But golfers like me, we're crazy enough to go play in anything.
Yeah. My husband usually plays in a pond hockey championship in Eagle River, Wisconsin. Coming up in a couple weeks, they had to cancel that one too.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, they just obviously the conditions aren't good, and it's a fun time. So it is a bummer. I know a lot of people look forward to that.
You're gonna have to find just a big building and then lower the thermostat below 32. And maybe you can hold your pond hockey championships inside somewhere.
We have a few of those cold buildings.
You know what's weird is the last time that we saw temperatures like this was in 2012, and that winter on, I believe it was St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, we saw a high of like 71 degrees.
Okay,
Like
I was skiing at Giants Ridge on that day.
Really?
I remember. Yeah, it's 70 degrees.
And
yeah, basically I had a t-shirt on. It was fantastic.
I bet it was
loved
amazing.
I did.
Unbelievable.
That's, yeah. Are we going to see 70 anytime soon?
We'll see. Not anytime in the next 2 weeks anyway.
We got time. Well, hey, our next talker today was just too wild not to share with you all. You need to see this escape room in Barcelona, Spain. This is providing guests with the fear of being buried alive and trapped in a coffin. It's also being billed as the world's smallest escape room. So this is how it works. Participants have 30 minutes to free themselves from inside of a coffin by solving puzzles through teamwork with your partner who's in the neighboring casket. And one of the creators said the attraction aimed to recreate, quote, a situation that sooner or later we'll all experience, your own funeral.
Oh my God.
Jeez. That's pretty dark and morbid. Do they actually burn the coffin at the end if you don't get it?
30 minutes is up.
Yeah, the penalty is severe. Shoot.
That's going to be quite the waiver that you signed before there. They're not messing around in Spain.
No.
Would you give it a shot? Would you try that out?
No way.
Oh, come on.
I don't like small spaces or puzzles. I'm not good at either one of them.
Or fire, really. Not a big fire guy, you know?
Not a big fire guy.
Three bad things about that whole experience.
That's one of my most irrational fears, though, is like, being buried alive outside of a casket, slowly having sand fill your lungs. Like, that's just, it's a terrible thought. It's a terrible idea.
They're not messing around there in Spain, but if great television or, our station comes into a lot of money, maybe we'll have to travel over to Barcelona and give it a shot.
Yeah.
Muy bien.
As they say.
Yes.
As they say in Spanish.
No, as they also say in Spanish.
Also correct.
Still ahead, we're bringing you shopping with me, Ryan, and Harry. A very fun experience. Thanks for being all cute. Thanks for being with us on Northern Life.
Welcome back, everybody. Down at Fitker's Complex, a place where Fido is catering to active, outdoor, and working dogs with treats and gear for your pups.
Yeah, and also there you can also find Midwest-inspired animal-themed T-shirts, which are created by another Northland dog lover. So pretty darn cool there.
Absolutely. I took my dog Harry over to the shop as we learned more about how a love for animals has turned into a good business.
This side in 2012, and then it's been about a year and a half that we expanded and came over here and opened this side that's more for the pet lover themselves.
We are out on neighborhood trails every day. Every single neighborhood has a wonderful trail. We have Lake Superior. We are so dog friendly in Duluth. Being on the trail with Twin Port Pet Sitters, we came up with all these silly sayings. And our first one was Lake Superior, largest freshwater dog bowl.
So true.
It's the truth.
So true.
So we put it on a t-shirt and it took off. And so then as we're hiking in the trails, one of our coworkers is like, Minnesota, land of 10,000 tails. Boom! T-shirt.
It's all fun, a little bit snarky, some sassy, but everybody seems to really enjoy it.
Duluth is so full of local loves that are dog friendly. An incredible town for dogs. And Harry, you are so lucky to live here.
I know. But it's so much fun. Everybody loves dogs, and it just brightens everybody's day. So it's always just fun to have dogs around.
Oh my gosh, birthday hats. Harry, look, that's your least favorite thing. He does not like hats.
We just really saw a need for outdoor gear for dogs. A lot of the boutiques and stuff kind of cater towards like the little ones and the gems and jewels, and we're like, people need to be outside with their dog, and we need to give them all the ability to get all the gear that they need. So that is just kind of where this store had blossomed. So we take a lot of pride in like our outdoor wear, our boots, especially this time of year. But yeah, it's just being outside with your dog. That was our goal.
Harry gets you outdoors on the cold days.
Yeah. Especially in the winter, because I know I'm like, he loves the snow. And like, I don't necessarily want to go outside, but just knowing that he loves it so much.
I know.
Yeah.
Put your cat in here. I don't think Harry would fit in here. You need a big back.
I know we got here the little light up collars that go around. Yeah. And those are so helpful too. I bet.
I lost to a dog when it came to NFL picks, so but he deserves it. I got to buy him a treat for that. Pick one out, Harry.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, is this your prize for the
Yay, Harry.
Is that you?
Oh yeah. Let go. We'll take one of these.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Ryan.
It's okay,
All right,
Harry.
Harry. Come here.
You want
Can you
that?
sit? Sit. Oh, we can be friends too.
Yeah.
Sit. There you go, buddy.
Oh, he's pumped. Yeah. You gotta wait to finish it maybe at home because we're about to go in the car. Yeah, I'm never gonna get this back from it. I know, you're a good dog. You're a good
Take you
dog.
with him.
Here's a little.
Oh man, I promise Harry is much better trained than that video appears.
It's an illusion.
He doesn't usually jump on people except for me and maybe sometimes Ryan.
Sure.
He's like a kid in the candy store there. He was having a good time. A dog in a dog store.
He's just sniffing around everything, moving everything around. I love it. It's like a bull in a china shop.
And then trying to pry that bone from his mouth too. I'm like, oh my lord.
Has he finished that? I don't know if he.
Oh yeah. That was done in about a day.
Good. Yeah, I know. I was walking
He really
around.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, he was like, I was like, I should probably get him something for beating me in NFL picks, which is pretty brutal on the season. But
really
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for you, Harry, out there. But we had a really good time. I mean, we got some T-shirts too from Kirsten, so that was awesome. Thank you for these. It says "Oh my dog," which is awesome.
Mine says, "I'm that dog, mom." I don't know how she knew. Yeah, it's true. I am. Harry does have an Instagram account, which also makes me that dog mom, but also the sticker says, "My dog is an influencer."
Harry is an influencer, and Harry is probably better behaved than some kids.
That's true.
Sometimes.
I know. I need to get a dog so that way I can, buy more of these stickers and buy more of this gear too. But it was a super wonderful time. I mean, like, what an awesome. The Fitkers complex to itself in Duluth is just so dog friendly. So it's awesome to see all sorts of pets running around. And I know, was it this past weekend they had the cutest pup contest? Yeah.
Oh, so much fun always. Harry participated in the cutest puppy contest back when he was eligible, but I think he did not place, which I was so sad about. There were plenty of very cute dogs, but I was like, come on! Like every dog mom is like, my dog is for sure the cutest, right?
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, but I think it was because he was so big at the time because it was like dogs up to like 9 or 6 months or something, but Harry was so big even at that size. I think people thought I was like cheating or something.
Briggs, this dog is 10 years old. Why did you bring a 10-year-old dog into this competition?
He's still a puppy to me, I promise. But it's always fun walking around there too. There's always so many cool different treats, and especially since we get to see Cosmo on Thursdays too. Cosmo is always wearing some sort of cool bandana too. So Cosmo and Adam should head over to those shops.
Yeah, they could find a lot of good stuff for their camping trips that Cosmo and Adam and they go on. And I know he's got a few vests for that kind of stuff, which they have at that store.
They certainly do. Hey, still ahead. One of the greatest inventions of all time is getting the recognition it deserves.
Welcome back. The inventor behind Disney's live-action lightsaber is being honored by the National Inventors Hall of Fame. Pretty cool. His name's Lanny Smoots.
That's an awesome name.
Yeah.
Great name.
He started working at Disney 25 years ago. The Disney Research Fellow and Imagineer has over 100 patents. Smoot's inventions include the extendable lightsaber used in Disney live entertainment. He'll be inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame during a ceremony in Washington, D.C. In May. So pretty cool.
And before the show started too, Briggs was talking about how she's one of the greatest inventors of our time.
In line with Edison and Tesla.
Edison, Tesla, Savage.
Yes, Savage.
It's up there. Do you care to shed some light on what you were saying?
I do care. To get my product name out there a little bit. Just kidding. But back in middle school, we had something called like an inventors fair that we had to participate in, and so we all had to come up with like a product and enter it into this fair. Well, mine was called the retainer station. It was essentially just this basket that had a bunch of stuff for your retainer like attached to it. I made this like
your mouth retainer, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry, your retainer for your teeth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Hunter, we're
really
not talking
low
about
budget.
like a payment to lawyers.
I was really confused for a second.
A retainer station. Wow, that's advanced. But go on.
So it just had like some stuff to clean your retainer, like really low budget attached to this basket. And so anyway, I advanced to the statewide Inventors Fair competition in Minnesota. My mom, bless her heart, drove me all the way down to like, I don't know, we were in southern Minnesota somewhere for this convention.
Oh my
And I got to show off my invention too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a bunch of inventors.
How'd you do?
Yeah, did you place?
No, not statewide.
Okay, that's
You pulled a Harry in the cutest pop contest
Yeah,
and didn't place.
Was this around the same time that you lost your retainer back home?
Probably about the same
You blamed it on the janitor? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I sure did. I sure did.
So, I would have a station if I had a retainer.
Yeah.
The janitor didn't throw it out.
I think it could have been a pretty good idea. You have all the stuff in one little spot to clean your stuff.
Well, we're proud of you, Briggs.
Thank
Yes.
you.
That's
I'll have
our
to
word.
like share some pictures with you guys because I think I do have some. Maybe even the original model I could bring in.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Well, hey, let's get to some of the greatest inventions from our respective states. Let's start with Minnesota. So this list is just a small list, but it's due to the Star Tribune and MinnPost who shared it. So we got things like the pacemaker, pop-up toasters were invented in Minnesota, along with things like pontoons, water skis, and masking tape.
What?
Big one on there too, grocery bag with handles.
No way!
Shout out grocery bags with handles.
Interesting.
But sadly, those usually break on me too all the time. Let's get to Wisconsin too. Here are some of their most notable inventions. This is according to Wisconsin Public Radio and Mix 108 online. We got electric guitars for Seth and Colton McCullough out there. The National Weather Service.
Hey, there we
How
go.
about that, Hunter? And even kindergarten. The idea of kindergarten.
Well, I thought that was like a German thing.
It was, I believe, if I read the article correctly, it was from a someone of German heritage came over and introduced the idea to
That
the
makes
folks of
sense.
Wisconsin.
Cool.
And then finally, let's get to Michigan. Let's see if the retainer station is on Michigan's list.
No,
Now,
okay,
sadly,
that's fine.
I did find this out. Well, good item here is breakfast cereal.
Sure.
Obviously great. Four-way stops. But at the same time, we have to give a what the hey to Mr. Ford for a 5-day work week.
He's from Michigan? I guess
Detroit.
not. Ford is Detroit. That makes sense. That's insane.
I was
oh my
just
gosh.
reading about that actually, and that's how the origins of the 5-day work week came about because they thought he was a great businessman. I mean, clearly, obviously was in some respects. So.
And that's why we're doing the show today.
There we go. Thanks, Henry. Big
On
thanks
a
to
Monday.
Mr. Ford.
Monday through Friday, 12:30 and 6:30.
Man. We'll be right back looking at tomorrow's blindfold.
Welcome back, folks. Well, coming up tomorrow here on Northern Life, I got to take Briggs back to Animal Allies, one of her favorite places ever without her knowing. And we spent the morning out of the office petting a few unbelievably cute doggos and puppers and all sorts of animals out there. So you'll have to tune in and hear how excited she was for the opportunity coming up tomorrow.
That video scene, that's exactly how the whole shoot felt because those dogs were like moving the entire time. It was so fun. But
Some positive energy for your Tuesday tomorrow. Well, hey, speaking of pets and shelters, we hope you all enjoyed the football over the weekend. And if you remember how the Buffalo Bills season ended, it was a tough one for their kicker, Tyler Bass, who missed that big field goal at the end of the game. But after having to deactivate his social media account due to threats,
Oh my God.
a rescue shelter close to Bass's heart came to his defense, and the Bills Mafia fans have stepped up, showing their support, donating more than $270,000,
Wait.
according to ESPN.
to the kicker?
To the 10 Lives Club shelter.
That makes sense.
I was like, he
Partnered
doesn't
with-
need the money. He's fine. He's fine.
You don't wanna-
okay.
You don't want to trip and think about what you've done. You know? Take some time. Take some time.
That
to
makes
get
sense. Good that they're supporting
Yeah,
the shelter
yeah,
and the
yep,
animals.
yep.
Love to
Some
see
good
it.
kids.
Shout out to the Bills fans.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern